Welcome in, everyone, to today's edition of the Hot Round, the place you go when you want your disc golf media brought to you very quickly, and we have some contract stuff to talk about today. Of our two main stories related to players on the slightly smaller side of things, Jaden Rye has officially announced that he will no longer be returning to his current sponsors this year of Hooligan Discs and Meridian Discs. Now, if you're not quite sure who Jaden Rye is, he is the 48th ranked player on the DGPT from the 2025 season, and honestly, pretty solid performances this year with notable breakout performances at the Discmania Challenge, where he came in 10th place, Ledgestone, where he came in 13th, and an 8th place finish at the European Disc Golf Festival. Personally, I think he's kind of a breakout talent that could turn into something pretty solid. I'll be interested to see if he's joining one of the typical top manufacturer like second tier teams. He has a solid social media presence, so I could see him being a valuable add for any particular company who wants to bring him on. Another large, interesting piece of not necessarily news, but something people noticed dropped today, and that was that all Aaron Gossage discs are officially on a 35% off sale over at Team Discraft's webpage. When you take that piece of information, you add on the fact that several weeks ago we were talking about how rumors were in that Aaron Gossage would be leaving Team Discraft, and these puzzle pieces start to fit together a little bit better, and it's looking more and more like a reality. Once again, we don't officially know that this has happened, but I would imagine some kind of announcement is going to be coming up here in the next several weeks to maybe a month, depending on how fast everything goes along. But Goose has been relatively radio silent on his socials since early December, so we await to see what happens next. Personally, I think it's kind of interesting that Discraft would see Goose go loose because he is a, budding social media person, has kind of a good connection to one of their star players as their Aderhold, but you never know what goes on behind the scenes. Maybe Goose is looking for a change of scenery, and you never know. But where do you think that he is going to end up? I know I asked this a few weeks ago, but it's been a little bit since then. Do you think that he fits in? I've heard a lot of people talk about MVP as a possible landing zone. I've heard people talk about Innova as another possible landing zone. What do you think? Where is Goose headed? And we're not quite done yet. As you know, there are many other players, upwards of 50 more players whose contracts we don't know about yet. And I've heard some interesting rumors, and I actually have one confirmed piece of information for another player who's going to be leaving a major manufacturer. But unfortunately, I'm not at liberty to say who that is yet because it's not my story to tell, and I've been asked not to. So stay tuned. Another big name is about to drop. It's going to be a great time. But hey, that's been it for today's episode of the Hot Round. Can't wait to see you tomorrow as we talk about more disc golf news. I will see you then.